Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to create this very bold self-bridal makeup look on myself. It's a full glam, full coverage kind of a bridal makeup look, and these kind of bridal colors are very classic looking, so it goes with majority of the bridal outfits. So if you want to know how I created this ultra glam bridal makeup look on myself, then please do continue watching. First thing first, I have cleansed my face using the Dermavive Hydra Cleanser, which is super hydrating, doesn't rip off the moisture away from the skin, maintains the pH level, and also gets rid of all the dirt and impurity away from the skin beautifully. Then to moisturize, I'm using Neutriderm Vitamin E Moisturizing Lotion, which acts as a beautiful pre-makeup base underneath your makeup and also hydrates and nourishes your skin before makeup or even without makeup as well. To prep my skin further, I'm taking the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enrich Face Base, which is a very popular prepping product for makeup. So I'm just applying a nice layer of that underneath my eyes to act a little bit as an eye primer. You can also apply this all over the face as a primer itself, and it just holds on your makeup pretty well. It is very nourishing, so I wanted to use it underneath my eyes so that the concealer doesn't crease. To add a bit of glow, I'm using the MAC Strobe cream in the shade Peachlite, which is a beautiful tint of glow for my skin tone. So I'm just applying a nice layer of that all over the face. Then I also hydrated my lips using the Laneige lip sleeping mask in the lemon variant. It is very important that you prep your lips properly. Only then your lipstick application is smoother and everything looks nicer and professional on the lips as well. To fill in my eyebrows, I'm using Anastasia eyebrow powder duo. I think this is in the shade Graphite, which is a very deep shade of eyebrow powder. So I'm taking the deeper shade and filling in my eyebrows and using the spoolie to comb through my brows for a natural look. Then to conceal, I'm taking my MAC Studio Fix 24-hour liquid concealer in the shade NC43 and applying that on top of the eyelids as a base for my eyeshadow and also underneath the eyebrow region to make it look more sharper and defined. And then I'm going to blend it out using my PAC 219 concealer blending brush, which is a beautiful blending brush to blend in your concealer. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to take the very classic eyeshadow palette which every makeup artist has. This is the Huda Beauty Remastered Rose Gold Eyeshadow Palette, which is a beautiful palette for Indian bridal makeup looks. First, I'm going to dip in my blending brush into the shade Henna and apply that all over the crease, blown out way, and making sure that everything is nicely blended thoroughly. This is going to act as a transition. I'm gonna take another palette from Hola. This is their Naughty Nude eyeshadow palette. Well, so I'm gonna take this beautiful Marcella toned matte eyeshadow on a tapered blending brush and just put that precisely on the crease area. And just gonna make sure that the crease of my eyes look very in depth and intense to make my eye shape look more prominent. Once that is done, I'm going to take the shade Man Eater from the Rose Gold eyeshadow palette on a different tiny little blending brush to blend out the edges of the deeper Marcella on the crease area. You have to make sure that all of the eyeshadow work that you do on your eyes is seamless and they transition into each other seamlessly. So make sure that you blend and merge all the eyeshadows that you put on your eyes properly. I'm also using the same Marcella shade from the Naughty Nude palette to the outer corners of my eyes and blending it out. Again, making sure that the edges are blended. For eyeliner, I'm taking a beautiful, very popular cult favorite eyeliner. This is the Inglot gel eyeliner in a black shade. So I'm not really applying it as an eyeliner here. I'm taking that on a tapered brush and just applying a very tiny amount of it to the outer corners of my eyes to create a nice smoky depth to my eyes. This is going to act as a base. I'm going to apply another matte black eyeshadow on top. So I'm taking the shade Black Truffle from the Rose Gold palette and just putting that on top of the gel eyeliner. This way you get a lot of intensity because you already have a base underneath, so your eyeshadow will look more intense and more professional looking, if I say so. Then I'm going to take the same blending brush with the shade Man Eater and blend out the edges of the black eyeshadow again. Like I said, it is very important that you create a smooth transition on your eyelids. Before applying the shimmer eyeshadow, I'm taking the PAC Sparkly Distraction Glitter Primer and just popping that right on the empty space of the eyelids where your shimmer eyeshadow is going to sit on top, and just making sure that it is blended and creates a nice smooth base before applying the shimmer eyeshadow. And for the shimmer, I'm taking the shade Trust Fund, which is a beautiful coppery rose gold kind of a foiled eyeshadow, and just popping that on top of that glitter primer. This way you'll get a lot of intensity out of your shimmer eyeshadows. Because of the glitter primer underneath, your shimmer eyeshadow looks extremely foiled and rich on your eyes. Then I'm taking this beautiful rose gold eyeshadow from the Naughty Nude palette. It is called Irresistible, and I'm using my finger to apply it right on the center of my eyelids as a pop of shimmer and basically like a eyeshadow topper. And that is how intense and foiled my eyelids look now. Again, to create a nice transition, I'm taking the Marcella shade from the Naughty Nude palette and just popping that right where the foiled eyeshadow and the black eyeshadow meets. This is going to create a nice smooth transition between each of these eyeshadows. Once that is done, I definitely have a lot of fallout on the under eye, so I'm taking a wet wipe and cleaning it up before I put on any base products on the face. To prime my skin, I'm using my favorite primer. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Original Primer. This is a smooth and blur primer. It fills in your pores and just makes your makeup extremely long lasting, and also your makeup on top sits so beautifully. So I'm just gently tapping in the primer wherever I have some pores, so that every pore on the skin is filled in and it creates a smooth, even canvas. Then to color correct, I'm taking my MAC Conceal and Define palette. I'm going to pick up the orange color corrector and just apply that on the hyperpigmented areas of my face, such as the pigmentation around my mouth and also on the dark circles underneath my eyes and also on top of the acne spots on the cheeks. I'm taking a very tiny amount because you have to make sure that the orange color corrector underneath your foundation is not too thick. Otherwise, even if you apply your foundation, your entire base makeup will look orange. Once that is applied on the skin, I'm going to take my damp beauty blender to blend everything in properly and to create a nice smooth even base of orange color corrector. For foundation, I'm going to mix in two different foundations. I'm taking the Too Faced Born This Way matte foundation in the shade Butter Pecan and the Estee Lauder Maximum Cover foundation. This is their Double Wear Stay in Place foundation in a lighter shade. So I just mix them both together for that high coverage. And I'm going to use a PAC foundation application and blending brush and just going to gently tap in the foundation starting from the center of my face, and then I'm going to move towards the perimeters and also the forehead. Once I'm happy with the blending, I'm going to build up the coverage on the areas where I need some extra coverage, such as around the mouth area, on the cheek area where I do have a lot of pigmentation and acne spots. So I want all of these areas to be concealed and covered properly. And whatever is left on the brush, I'm just running that on my neck and on top of my ears to make sure that there is no demarcation. Again, I'm going to take my MAC Studio Fix Concealer and just apply that on the under eyes, right on the inner and outer corner of the under eyes, and also to highlight on the center of my face. So I'm just popping that concealer on the forehead, the bridge of the nose, the cupid's bow, and a little bit on the chin. Again, I'm going to take my pack concealer blending brush to blend the concealer properly in gentle dabbing motion. This concealer is very, very matte and extremely long lasting on oily skin types, so I absolutely love it. Once that is done, I'm going to go in with my damp beauty blender to make sure that the entire base makeup is blended properly, and the sponge is going to soak up some extra product as well. To contour, I'm going to dig my brush into the MAC concealer palette. This is a very, very deep chocolatey shade of concealer. I'll put the exact shade name in the description box. So I'm just applying that to the hollows of the cheeks, the perimeters of my forehead, my jawline, around the mouth area to make my lips look more plumper, and also on the sides of the nose to make my nose look more sharper. Once I've applied the concealer, I'm going to take a tiny little buffing brush. I think this one is from Amazon and it is such a good one. It blends product so beautifully. So I'm just blending everything in upward strokes, but only on the jawline. I'm going to use downward strokes because you want the contour to hide your double chin and jawline. So yeah, that's why. And then I switched over to a smaller brush to blend out the nose and lip contour. I'm going to add in a little bit of cheek tint. This one is from Face Shop. It's a beautiful corally pink kind of a color. So I'm just applying that to the apples of the cheeks in a sculpting way. And I'm going to use my buffing brush that I use for the contour itself to blend everything in. This is just going to make sure that your cheeks look extremely youthful, and basically your blush looks like it's coming from within and not applied as a makeup product, if you know what I mean. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. To set and bake, I'm using the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Powder in the shade Banana Bread. So I'm just going to take that on a triangular sponge from PAC Cosmetics and just pressing it gently on the under eye. This is a very, very good sponge for baking, and it just presses everything in properly so your entire under eye region becomes more secure. And so I'm applying a lot of powder underneath my eyes and around the mouth area. On the rest of the face, I'm going to use a very, very light layer of the same loose powder to make sure that everything is locked in place. Again, I'm going to take my Inglot gel eyeliner on a thin eyeliner brush, and I'm going to create a very, very bold eyeliner on both my eyes, gently and slowly and taking some time. This is very important. Take your time while you do your eyeliner because it is very, very important to get your eyeliner right. So yeah, I'm using the same gel eyeliner on the lower waterline as well as on the lower lash line thickly. And this is such a good product. You can use it as a liner, as a kajal like I'm doing it here. And it is just budge proof, smudge proof, and extremely intense and extremely long lasting. I'm going to set the kajal on the lower waterline using the same matte black eyeshadow using a flat brush so that the kajal doesn't budge and it is more secure. Then I'm going to take the shade Untamed again on a pencil brush and just try to smoke out the edges of the black on the lower lash line and create a smooth, smoky gradient. I also wanted to add a bit of glitter, so I'm taking the Lime Crime Diamond Dew in a beautiful pale gold color. It's a very, very sparkly liquid glitter. So I'm just applying that right on the center of the eyelids using my ring finger, because if you apply it directly, it can become a little patchy. So it is better that you take it on your ring finger and just press it down on the center of the eyelids, and instantly your eyes look extremely sparkly and glittery and just adds a lot of pop. Then I'm gonna take my Benefit Bad Girl Bang mascara to coat my top and bottom eyelashes. This is such a gorgeous mascara, especially if you want a lot of length and volume to your lashes. This is just amazing. I'm going to set my eyebrow hair in place as well. For that, I'm taking the Anastasia brow gel in the shade dark brown and just apply that on the eyebrows to make my eyebrows stay in place, to make it stay in place. To bronze up my skin, I'm taking the Benefit Hola Caramel Bronzer. This is such a gorgeous bronzer, especially if you have dusky skin tones. You should definitely check this one out because it is the best. So I'm just applying that as a topper wherever I applied the cream contour. So I'm just adding a very, very light layer. For blusher, I'm taking the MAC powder blush in the shade Burnt Pepper, which is a beautiful burnt coral kind of a blusher color, especially for deeper and duskier skin tones. It is just gorgeous. So I'm just applying a little bit of the blusher on the cheeks in a sculpting way because we already have that cheek tint underneath. So I didn't want to make it look too intense on the cheek. So I'm just applying a little bit. To highlight, I'm taking my Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette in the shade Bronze Sands, and I'm gonna take this beautiful mix of highlighters, mixing a deeper shade of bronze and a pale gold to custom create my highlighter shade, and just popping that on the tops of my cheekbones, on the bridge of the nose, the cupid's bow, the chin, and also on the inner corners of my eyes and my brow bone. It's a very, very beautiful finely milled highlighter. It doesn't emphasize texture. Moving on to the lips, I'm taking the MAC lip liner in the shade Chestnut. This is a beautiful lip liner for dusky skin tones. Again, it goes with literally any lipstick color. So I'm just using the lip liner to contour and overdraw my lips like I usually do. I absolutely love overdrawing my lips to add a bit of plumpness and poutiness to my lips. For lipstick, first I'm going to take the shade Carnivorous from the MAC Retro Matte lipstick range and just apply it all over the lips. It's a beautiful deep brown with a hint of burgundy to it, and it's a very, very long lasting formula, and again it's a gorgeous color for dusky skin tones, but I wanted a little bit of ruby red tones on my lips. So I'm taking this Simply Nam liquid lipstick in the shade Poonam, which is a beautiful cool toned deep red shade. So I'm just applying that on top, and this concoction just gave me the exact lip color that I was looking for. For lashes, I wanted to add a bit of dramatic eyelashes, so I took these Fume Beauty lashes in the style Cancer, and I used my Huda Beauty lash glue to apply them, and it looked absolutely gorgeous. I'll put the link to these lashes in the description box. To lock and set my makeup in place, I'm using my absolute favorite setting spray, which is the Smashbox Photo Finish setting spray in the original variant again, and just spraying that all over the face and neck to lock and set my entire makeup in place. This is a amazing setting spray. If you have oily skin, nothing budges. Even if you wear a mask, this just holds the entire makeup in place intact. So here is the final finished in-depth self-bridal makeup look that I created on myself. I put in a lot of effort to create this entire video. So please give this a huge thumbs up and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I would absolutely love to know them. All the products that I use in today's video will be listed in the description box. If you liked watching this video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up, comment, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Also hit the bell notification to get notified each time I upload a new video on my channel. Follow me on my Instagram. I'll put the link in the description box. This is it. Take care of yourselves, and I shall see you guys soon in my next one. Bye.